Hello everybody, this is Jared Gaurano, CEO of Pace Achievement. I'm here to tell you about my story of how I got from a 2.9 GPA in one semester to a 3.82 in another semester. Now I'm not talking about cumulative. My cumulative right now is a 3.49. I'm a junior, so I have, 2 more years. I'm in a special program, so I'm actually going to graduate early. But I'm just here to tell you that anything is possible. Anything is possible. You can change your GPA in a minute if you put in the work. If you put in the work. And that's what I'm here to tell you, is I'm going to tell you my story. It's going to be short. I want to keep this, a very short video, but I'm just going to tell you how I got from a 2.9 in one semester to a 3.82 in the other semester. So what worked with me is what I'm trying to implement with Pace Achievement. And these are the things that worked out great for me. It may not work great for you. So that's why when you use Pace Achievement, we'll be able to negotiate a good schedule for you. So that way, when you do your work, when you do your outside activities, there's no conflict at all. Everything just runs smoothly. And that's what I did for me. I negotiated my schedule. And so what that means is that you look at how much time I'm spending outside the classroom, social life, gatherings, etc. How much time am I spending in the classroom? So studying, group projects, etc. And then how much time am I spending on community? So that could be like outreach. That could be, social clubs, stuff like that. Social clubs meaning like service or church, stuff like that. And so these are the three things that I assess: life in the classroom, life outside the classroom, community. And I was looking at how much time I'm spending in each of them, and if that time was spent efficiently. So I'm like, okay, I'm spending 5 hours outside the classroom when actually I only need 3, because 2 hours is just sleeping or watching Netflix, stuff like that. And then for life in the classroom, I'm like, man, since I'm wasting 2 hours outside the classroom, those are 2 hours that I can use inside the classroom. So I added that in, and then I looked at community and say, okay, am I doing a lot of service? Am I spending time in church? Am I doing retreats, etc.? And so I did that, I assessed that, and then when I got to studying, I actually read a book. It's like how to be a college, like how to get A's in college, I think is the title. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think the title is. And I know the author's name. His name is Cal Newport, and I read it at the beginning of the semester of my 3.82 semester, and it was just so helpful. It was a book that had a lot of essays from students who basically got A's in college. And the basic premise of it was how to spend your time wisely. And one of the tips that he gave was, when you do your schoolwork, when you do homework, when you're studying, spend 40 minutes of it just focused on the work. Like just like for 40 minutes, just sit there and just focus, and don't even focus on anything else but the work. And then after 40 minutes, you take a break. Could be 5-10 minutes, and then you dive right back in. And so the reason why it's 40 minutes is because in the book he said, and it's like something to do with science, or they've done past experiments on this, is that 40 minutes is the amount of time that your brain can focus, can focus for that long, 40 minutes, until it needs to take a break. So you can be spending on your work for 2 hours straight, and you haven't had taken a break yet, and you're dead. You're basically, your brain is fried. You're like, oh my goodness, the things that I've been working on the past 120 minutes, or whatever, 2 hours is gone because I didn't take a break. I didn't take a break to retain that information. That's basically it. You do 40 minutes focus, and then you take a break and you start retaining that information. Your brain starts, getting, get some good rest, and then it kicks back up again, and then you can do 40 minutes again. So it's 40 minutes, take a break, 40 minutes back again. And so that's what I did. I basically, in review, I organized, the time spent from life outside the community, life inside the classroom, or life outside the classroom, life inside the classroom, and then the community. And then for schoolwork, I was trying to be efficient, did 40 minutes, focus, take a break. Back in, 40 minutes, focus, and then break. So that's helpful. And then lastly, you always need to have good community. You always need to have somebody there to be, your accountability partner. Someone who will tell you, hey, I support you in whatever you do. This is a great opportunity, for you to, do well, stuff like that, people to motivate you. And that's what PACE achievement is. What our program does is that we give, students feedback. We give students the opportunity for them to speak to us in an honest way, about their grades, about, what's happening at school, social life, in the classroom, etc. And then we bring that all together, holistically, and we say, okay, what can we do better? What can we, from me to you, what can we figure out? Or how can we figure out, a perfect plan for you in order to, be the best that you can be, in order to be successful. I'm not gonna go, too much into, my other semester, because that semester doesn't matter. I'm talking about right now. This is the moment, this is the present moment. And I'm just talking about the strategies that have helped me be in this position where be in this current position. So that's basically it. Yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope to speak with you guys soon. Goodbye.